Hey friends, welcome to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about why it's important to challenge yourself in social situations. So let's dive into that topic in this video today. Thank you again so much for joining me here on my YouTube channel. If you enjoy videos like this, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Before we begin though, we have 40% off any or all of our raw vegan recipe ebooks. So if you're looking for delicious ideas to make to include more raw food to your diet, like if you're looking for the raw vegan wraps that you can take camping and hiking and to work, or just for fun, if you're looking for burgers and tacos, appetizers, salads, smoothies, all of these things, you can get recipes. We have over 700 recipes across all of our ebooks. There's some informational ebooks in there as well, like how to proactively food journal, how to build a healthy relationship with food. There's so much content and it's all 40% off if you use code RAWFOOD40 at checkout. You can find the link here on the screen or in the description box below. So head on down there if you're interested. And today we're going to be talking about why I feel it's important for us to challenge ourselves in social situations. Now, I've had quite a few people ask me, Lissa, how do you deal with social situations? I want to avoid social situations because I don't want to put myself in a position where I might choose something different or other people might make fun of me or whatever it is. So they avoid the social situation. Now, that might be a good tactic if that's how you're feeling. And of course, always go with how you're feeling, go with your gut. If that feels right for you, then do that. But I also say you should probably try and think about challenging yourself in those situations because we get good at what we repeat. And the more often we choose our new habits, the easier they get, especially when we choose them when things are challenging. So think of a social gathering as a challenge for you. Go into it challenging yourself to make the choices that you want to make. Challenge yourself to follow your new habits and be the example to your family and friends that you really truly want to be. And eat the things that are going to make you feel good and do the things that are ideal for you, that align with your habits and your goals. So taking this opportunity and thinking of it as a challenge instead of something to avoid can be really helpful because being social is part of health. We need our friends, we need our family, and the loved ones around us. It's really nice to be part of that and to have that support, even if you might not have it fully yet. Having people around you and being social is part of health. So it is really important to still go to the social situations and events and things like that, but go into it with a really solid goal, a solid plan, and a solid intention. So if you're going to, say, a family's wedding, or maybe a family reunion, or a backyard picnic, or whatever event it is, go over a plan with yourself. What are you going to eat? What is being served there? Who is going to be there? And how are you going to react to certain things that certain people might say? Go over the situation in your mind and play it out in your mind how you're going to react and what you're going to choose. When you play it out in your mind first, it's a lot easier when you're in the situation. I heard a story a long time ago told by Tony Robbins, and he was talking about two kids. Both of these kids were going to the same school and starting school at the same time. They were going to be in the same class. But kid number one, his father took him to the school and showed him his desk and introduced him to his teacher and took him to the playground and played with him there and said, you're going to play here at recess and here's where the lunch table is and mama's going to make you this sandwich or whatever. So he took the kid and shared with the kid the experience of being at school and he went through it so the kid could visualize before the event how it was going to play out in his mind. The other kid number 2, was not shown this. They weren't shown where to go, and they weren't introduced to their teacher, and they weren't playing in the playground. They basically just went to school on the first day. Both kids go to school on the first day. The first kid is super confident because they've already played out this experience in their mind, and they're prepared for anything that may arise. They have more confidence. Kid number 2, sadly, doesn't have this because they weren't exposed to the experience beforehand. So they have like no idea what's going on. They might be intimidated or feel shy. They might not know where to go or what to do or who to talk to. So this child could be a little bit more insecure and thus not maybe making the same choices as they would had they had a visualization before the experience. So that's something that you can put in your toolbox. If you're going to a family event or a social gathering, use this visualization tool to help you to have a successful experience at your next social gathering. Planning your meals, like I said, plan what you're going to take. Are you going to take extra food for family and friends? Are you making, say, raw vegan sushi? You're going to have to make extra platters for everyone. You have to make extra sauce. Are you bringing your own food? Like maybe it's not a potluck and you have to call the restaurant in advance. Whatever it is, make a plan. Make a plan of action that is going to happen and visualize yourself playing out that plan of action. And then going to the event and actually challenging yourself to maintain your goals and habits during that situation. Because as I mentioned, practicing your habit in a challenging situation is going to strengthen your habit. It's easy to choose our habits when we're motivated, when we're feeling good, when all is good. But it's a lot harder to make those decisions and those daily habits when we are stressed or tired or challenged or having a difficult time. It's harder to make those choices. But the more often we make those choices in those situations, the easier they get and the more solidified our habits can become. So challenge yourself next time you have a social gathering. How are you gonna act? What are you gonna take? How are you gonna eat? And how are you gonna feel after the event? How are you gonna feel knowing that you stuck to your habits, that you practiced your habits, that you're feeling great and empowered and in control and on track? How are you gonna feel? That is what you wanna feel before the event so that you are prepared. You can visualize the event and have fun. That's key. Have fun. If people start saying stuff, you can always deflect, you can change the subject, give them a hug, give them love, because most people who say anything against what you're choosing are usually trying to justify their own choices, and it has nothing to do with you. They're feeling insecure or worried. They don't like your change. They don't know what's going on. They're looking for love. They're looking for acceptance. They're looking to belong. And if you don't eat the same way they do, then they might say stuff. They might have some comedy in there that isn't really funny. They might debate you on everything. They might bully you. So any of these things that happen, remember to always show love. Always show love and validate them. Even if you don't agree, you do not have to agree with what they say. But if you validate them and you say, thank you for sharing your opinion, I'll definitely take that into consideration. Never thought about it that way, or whatever you need to say. Validate how they're feeling and let them know that you're grateful for them sharing, and then change the subject. Say, you look great today, or I really enjoyed how you explained that thing to so uncle, whatever you want to say. Change the subject so that you're now talking about them instead of having the focus on you. So that can help as well, but don't shy away from those social gatherings. Don't shy away from your friends and family unless they are really hurting your mental health and they are crossing your personal boundaries. Obviously, you don't want to do that, but if they are comfortable with what you're doing, and for the most part, they want to hang out with you and you want to hang out with them, go to these events, take your food with you, and be the example to your friends and family that you would have loved having when you first started as well. So be that love and go to those social situations. And one more thing before I go, stand in a power pose before you go to the event. Like, take up as much space as you can. Stand like a star with your arms wide and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am strong. I can do this. I choose to do this. Because ultimately, you are the one that is making the choice for your body. Yes, you want to hang out with your friends and family, but you also want to respect your body. So you can find balance in both by finding your plan, finding your intention, and playing it out visually in your mind before you go. So hopefully that was helpful for somebody out there. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. And if you love content like this, if you want to support us, go check out our ebooks and go grab some of them. Get the wraps, the burgers, the tacos. There's meal plans, there's informational ebooks, there's my 52 to a New You Raw Vegan Transition Guide. It's 300 pages of information to help you transition over to a raw vegan diet. There's also 47 recipes in there. There's so many goodies. Go check out the link in the description box below and use code RAWFOOD40 at checkout. There's so much for you to explore over there. But thank you again for joining. Click like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will be back for another video next week. I love you all so much, and fruit on.